Welcome, everyone. Today's topic is on the onlyness. It's a big topic, and hopefully I could shed some helpful light upon this and help you deepen in your experience of that. I'm going to start out by reading the title and the description that I wrote for this sitting. The nectarous, singular onlyness of whole divine being. The topic of this sitting is the unpacking of the term onlyness. The wholeness of divine being is actually a paradoxical, seamless unity. A paradoxical, seamless unity. Whole divine being is simultaneously both unmanifested and manifested. Thus, the transcendental or the absolute and the material plane or the relative are paradoxically one singular, indivisible, unified field. This ultimate seamlessness, the supreme singularity of existence, is the onlyness of whole being. This paradoxical onlyness is revealed when initial whole being realization is clarified. And it further deepens and intensifies as we evolve into the more advanced stages of whole being realization. What we call existence is ultimately a singular, supreme, unified field of divine being. And we each and all are that already. All right. Now I'm going to read in the Trillium Path glossary and reference, there is a definition of onlyness. So I'll just briefly read that, and then I'm going to expand upon that. So onlyness here is described as the quality of seamlessness of consciousness and phenomena. Let's see. I have my own, let's say, expanded perspective on the term onlyness. So that's what I want to share with you today. In simpler terms, you could say the onlyness is a fancy term for this paradoxical, seamless unity of divine whole being. We generally believe, both from what we've grown up with and also from our, let's say, imprinting from Western religion and Eastern religion, that there's this split between the spiritual dimension and the material plane, material dimension. And it's generally one thinking is if we can ascend or go to a higher, more sublime place in the spiritual dimension, then we can, let's say, transcend the limits of the material plane and have a happy nirvanic existence in some higher spiritual plane of existence. Obviously, way simplified. That misses the ultimate truth that divine being is actually undivided and is this paradoxical seamless unity or marriage between the absolute and the relative. So that marriage or eternal union of the absolute and relative, that they're actually indivisible and not separable, is the paradox at the core of existence. And so in whole being realization, this initial, we call it initial whole being realization, then you have greater access to experience this paradoxical seamless unity. And one of the experiences that come with this clarification of initial whole being realization is the fundamental sense of separateness that we experience as an individuated human being is transformed, and then we feel this, let's say, more this paradoxical seamlessness where the inside and outside seem to then be connected one, and we have a intuitive sense of this seamless paradoxical unity. One tip for this that is very important, both at whatever stage of spiritual realization that you are, is this is a moment to moment, a moment by moment living realization or recognition. So I'm going to expand upon that now. Whole being realization is not some incredible state that we arrive at, like a supreme spiritual arrival into some exalted state, and then we're fixed there and we go, hey, I'm realized, I'm in the state. It's a living recognition in the moment. So you could say it's a feeling, opening, free feeling, all-inclusive feeling, moment by moment. In each living moment, this being it and feeling it, this paradoxical seamlessness. We can intuit and feel this onlyness or sense of unity even prior to initial whole being realization, but we have more stable access to it with the clarification that we call initial whole being realization. You might say you have more of the access code, the access key to feeling and being this, and recognizing that the absolute and the relative, the infinite and finite, the human and divine are paradoxically come together. they're a simultaneity. It's a paradox. The mind can't understand this, but it's a paradox. So then you have greater access to this onlyness, this inherent, seamless unity, this you could call it a divine unified field of divine whole being. I'm just going to check the time here. Okay. So want to emphasize, this is a moment-to-moment recognition. It's a moment-to-moment feeling this and being this. So one linkage I want to make is like when we do gazing. Okay, so at the beginning we did gazing. And you may notice this, so I'm going to tweak this, point this out. So basically, what I'm doing in simple terms is I'm opening and feeling. I'm relaxing my attention, opening and feeling, and I'm opening to feel in a deeper moment-to-moment way. It's a communion. So I'm being open and feeling each moment-to-moment being with the person I'm gazing with, and letting myself just be this paradox in a feeling moment by moment way. So to let's say open to feel this onlyness, I'll be leading a short guided meditation so that we can deepen in that. It's like gazing with whole being. It's a feeling gazing with whole being in a moment by moment way. So if you can imagine there, you're not going to be looking at a person, but let's say if your eyes closed, you imagine you're opening and feeling and relaxing attention, open and feeling, and you're letting yourself, I call it all-inclusive feeling, whole being feeling. It's like unlimited feeling. You're just letting the body mind be as it is, and then you let open feeling to feel everything, all the feelings in the body mind, but also just to feel everything unlimited, completely accepting feeling in a moment by moment way. So opening in this moment, in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. So it's a living recognition moment by moment. It's not a final arrival. It's the living, dynamic moment. Open, all-inclusive feeling. I'm feelingly oriented. There's also, you can, let's say, achieve this through discrimination, insight. A combination of both discrimination and understanding helps with this. So also to say, there's this term inference. So realization is based on experience and understanding. So spiritual realization and wisdom and further evolving is based on experience and then understanding of those experiences. You don't understand, you don't come to, I understand realization. One way of looking at it is we have these opening experiences where, let's say, we merge and recognize that we are this simultaneous sandwich of human and divine, of infinite and finite. I'm being in that moment to moment, moment by moment. And I might even temporarily melt into that seamless unity. Then afterwards, I'm going to go, oh, now let me reflect on that. I was me, Van, and I relaxed and felt, and I merged with this unified field. And I'm this paradox of both the infinite and finite, of human and divine, of van, localized person arising in this transcendental unified field that was merged together. And then through repeated experience immersions in this seamless unity into the onlyness, inference comes in. Understanding, this is an open secret at the core of existence. It's a great paradox. I experienced it. I now have this understanding, and through inference recognize this is the ultimate truth at the heart of existence. But that's by inference, and then confidence builds about this paradoxical seamless unity through inference that happens through the repeated experiences and immersions into that seamlessness and onlyness. So I just want to make that connection for us all. And then again, that secret tip, it's moment by moment, feeling and recognizing moment by moment. It's living in the moment. It's not arriving at some exalted state and thus cruising into that in that exalted state and maintaining that state. All right, so now we're going to go on a little guided meditation. So you can close your eyes for this if you'd like. So just feel the body-mind just as it is. And this is small b being, localized being. Relax, just let the body-mind be exactly as it is. I'm feeling a little anxiousness, and so just relax that, be with that. That's how it is. It unfolds moment by moment. So then I'm relaxing attention, let your attention relax, and then open your feeling, let your feeling be just free, open to this all-inclusive feeling whatever there is to feel, all accepting, embracing in each moment. So be the body-mind just as it is. This is small b being, or let's say the small s self. So we just be with that. Okay, now we're going to continue to open our feeling. This is again, moment by moment feeling process. So in this moment, let yourself feel the unified field in which the body-mind is arising. This is an infinite, transcendental, unlimited field. However you intuit that, let yourself feel that. Just continue to be with the body-mind just as it is. And now we're opening moment by moment to feel the unified field that is holding or in which the body-mind is arising. This unified field is big B being, or big S self. We're both small b being and big B being simultaneously, both and. We're both small s self and the big S self, the big divine self. Paradoxically, simultaneously both. So feel moment by moment this divine unified field in which the body-mind is arising, and that's holding the body-mind. You may notice there are actually 3 dimensions of this unified field. Whatever you experience with it is fine, but there's divine energy field, the infinite, all-permeating divine Shakti current. It's divine energy, permeates everything. You might feel enlivenment from this field that permeates everything. Second aspect is supreme divine love and bliss that embraces everything, accepts everything, this ultimate divine holding, complete, unconditional embrace. It can also be felt as a form of bliss. There can be a contentment or even certain ecstatic feeling, this ananda bliss. It's all part of the divine love and divine bliss that is part of this unified field. And thirdly is the field of transcendental awareness or supreme silence, absolute space. Field of transcendental awareness that registers all the changing phenomena. Supreme silence, space, emptiness, transcendental awareness in which all the changes are happening, holding, registering everything. So in a simplified way, these are all aspects of this divine unified field. And we're both and. So be with the body mind, small b being and big B being. And if it hasn't already happened, again, this is moment by moment feeling, recognizing. Let the personal self, the body mind, relax attention from that small b being and let it dissolve, melt, merge into the unified field of divine being. Just relax attention and feeling, let the body mind be exactly as it is. And let it melt, relax attention, open feeling, moment by moment. And just temporarily let the personal self dissolve into this divine unified field. And be that. Feel and be that. I'll be quiet for a short time and just let yourself dissolve and melt and merge with that one supreme, singular, unified field of divine being. So slowly let yourselves come back into the body and into the room. Gently. And while you're coming back, I'm going to read part of my poem essay that is available on the iTeacher page. It's called the simplified short version of Van's Evolved Dharma. So this is another way of talking about the onlyness in the unified field. I'm just reading a short part at the beginning, and you can read all of it. And also watch the video there of me reciting that. There is only ultimate, radiant, divine being, or the ultimate divine self. Paradoxically, ultimate, radiant, divine being is simultaneously both unmanifested and manifested. There is nothing, no thing, no one, nowhere, and no place that is not ultimate divine being. Ultimate divine being is an indivisible, singular, supreme unity. Ultimate divine being is an indivisible, singular, supreme unity. So that's a big way of describing the onlyness. All right, so thank you very much. So I'm going to end the recording here, and thank you very much for your attention and feeling in to this together, and absorbing and enjoying this.